Hey Aries, welcome to my channel and welcome to your weekly read. Let's dive in and take a look and see what's going on for you during this time, okay? And whenever you see this, it was meant for you guys. There could be possibly a message there for you, all right? We're going to start with what Spirit wants you to know most: career, money, finance, and exit out with love. Hope all is well, guys. Getting these out as soon as I can. Crazy schedule. But good. It'll be ending soon. Ending soon. Okay. All right. Let's take a look. What's going on? What is going on for Aries? What does Spirit want Aries to know most? Now, this is going to be for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, as well as your North Node. If you're unsure of your placements, check the link in the description box below. You can plug in your data, and it'll pop out your information, and you can look for reads, based upon that to help give you some sort of kind of guidance in a way that helps kind of get things going, for you to make your own decision. Okay. You don't want to give any power to a reader. You have the power yourself. All right. This is just to give you some ideas and things to perhaps take a look at as you pursue that decision-making process. So what's ever brought you to my channel, let's dive in. What does Spirit want you to know most that wants to come through from the energy collectively here? What is it that comes through? What do we get? Okay. So we have got the Four of Swords. We've got the Knight of Cups. We've got the lead card of the deck, leadership card of the deck, I should say, and the title card. And then I also got the Ace of Rods. We've got the Three of Cups coming through, and we've got the Queen of Swords. It's funny because I was seeing the Queen of Swords during the shuffle, and it's interesting that it actually came out in your read. This is about making progress. So your underlying energy that's coming through is about making progress in some sort of way. All right. So it's kind of looking at your world, seeing who you want to partner up with, who's going to care, who's going to also have the strength that you have, and who's going to also reciprocate that. Okay. So you've gone through a lot of, introspection and taking the time to kind of glean, what that power is and what it is that you want. And how to use your power wisely, and how to use your strength wisely, especially pertaining to partnerships and connections. And you've gleaned some sort of information. So you got Virgo energy coming through and fire energy, which is you. It has to do with the choices that you have and making sure that you make good decisions here. Okay. So you don't find yourself in some sort of repetition in terms of perhaps choosing partnerships or partners or situations, and moving forward too quickly before the clouds have cleared, or using your intuition and tapping into your intuition and kind of strengthening that in terms of making decisions, because it's about the progress and getting rid of illusion and fantasy regarding partnerships and connections, whatever that is to you. Now, again, it's romantic or otherwise, but this is what I'm getting. It's about having greater faith in moving forward and trusting that inner voice within you, rather than to repeat the default that has been happening, or for some of you that could be the case, it's been happening, and you're kind of stopping that type of automation and saying, "Oh, I'll stop for a moment here. Let's see what's going to really bring me progress before I partner with someone." Okay, I might not know a lot of everything about that extra partner, but I'm going to go within, and I'm going to use my intuitive abilities, and I'm not going to focus on the illusion and fantasy. I'm going to be practical, in it as well. So there's something about that that's important there, guys. Let's pull a card to see what might come through in that. Let's just pull a quick numerology card in your underlying energy. Oh, this wanted to come out. Individuality, being you. This is so interesting, guys. I don't know where to put this. Okay, so being you here. So this is about focusing in on what makes you unique, and not kind of mold yourself into anyone else. It's a lot of you are making some choices that involve the road less traveled, and it brings you groundedness in some sort of way. This is about embracing your individuality and your true authentic self. So this is moving forward and making choices upon that. This is honoring your feelings, reclaiming your personal power. This is why you have the wands coming through here in your underlying energy, making progress and claiming your personal power and enhancing the connections that you have, here, and coming together with that. Okay. And the connection of what is illusion and fantasy. And then also, in wishful thinking, I'm not saying not to use your imagination, because that's really the key to a lot of manifesting on what it is that you want. But it's about being, making, being a little bit also practical in the process, enhancing your connection with source to dive in deeper, and using your, embracing your individuality and just really becoming your authentic self in some sort of way. Your true self is really coming out, Aries. I just got to say, after some sort of deep rest, I do get with the Four of Swords, resting your mind brings some sort of expression and clarity about moving forward, and in terms of what you want, taking the lead. So as you move forward, I think there's a clarity of the mind, and that brings in a clarity of expression of emotions, and it has you taking the lead. So the rest gives you the energy and the new inspiration, and expressing yourself. Three of Cups comes through here with focusing in on friendships, focusing in on gatherings, community, celebrations, and social events. Just you expressing yourself in those areas or arenas, and taking leadership, and especially in love, against that as what is clouded, and cutting through the clutter of the mind that might get in the way, and loving you. I mean, she's really the Queen of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. She's very, keen. She's got great insight. She's been crowned with cutting through, the crap, and being able to say it how it is and to move forward as it is. And I think that you've had some sort of realization that's put you in leadership of this. And so that's how you're moving forward. Like you cut through the kind of like the clutter to get what it is that you want. And you're moving forward, and you can kind of sense that, and be able to move forward on what it is that you want. So you're taking leadership of your mind, guys, and and getting rest to have more passion, and you're getting out there a little bit more and involved in community and social situations, which is really great. And you're expressing yourself a lot more. So, note your comments below, guys, if this is you. Let's pull some Norman and see what comes out here, what we get. We get the Ring, okay? We do get the Moon card. Oh, how interesting. And we get the Road, and we get the Woman coming through here. Where do I want to put this? I'll go put this right here. Okay. So the Ring here is a 25 card, and that usually talks about some sort of union and connection or contract. So there is a contract, and it's interesting because you got the Ring and the Moon. So that usually tells me that there is an emotional involvement. All right. So there could be emotionally involved in taking the lead, or being emotionally involved. I remember when I said take the road less traveled, on taking a road, and a woman emotionally involved in taking the, kind of choosing the road that this woman wants to follow. So this is quite interesting. So, wow, emotional involvement, commitment, binding, linked, connected, being very, it's a very positive card with the Ring here. And so with this, this could be, what road do you want to take? Do I want to, for those of you that are single, do I want to be a married woman? What's the road this woman wants to take? Do I want to be a married woman, or do I want to, be or do I not want to be, right? So, especially with the Ring, okay? Interesting. This is the 22 card, and that will talk about, moving forward on a road, a woman following the road. What road does this woman want to take? So I think that you could be deciding on which route to take in terms of how you move forward. Again, even in partnerships and such, you've got a lot of options. You've got the paths. Remember, I said you had a lot of choices in your underlying energy. You gotta be true to you, and this is what Source really wants you to know. Be really true to you in terms of making a decision. You have a lot of options and choices, and rather than wander, This is focusing in on being decisive. And there's a sense of unconventionality is coming through here too. Okay. So just kind of like, I mentioned previously, it's like be your true self, your unconventional self. And I think you've mastered that. The 11 is a master number. It's also being very balanced, but it's a master number. So master your individuality on the road that you take and the choices that you have, because you have a path of freedom here. And yeah, and it's beautiful. It's like you could be unsettled at this time. It could be some sort of some sort of emotional, kind of situation where you are kind of unsettled. So what's going to help you within this? Let's just take a look. What's going to help you in this process? Let's pull numerology and see what can help you in this process. Okay. So what Spirit wants you to know. Focus. Some of you might be doing with health and a new beginning. A healthy new beginning brings in domestic harmony. Oh, you guys, whatever it is, the 8 card, again, balance, right? 11 a card, 11 card, and that's mastering one's self, getting the balance. This returns to a 4, overcoming the obstacles and having faith that you're going to find your way. And this is really interesting because what your advice here is to focus on your health and balance things out, the emotions of the body, and connect with source. And you're on a brand new beginning, strong and solid. And this is communicating domestic harmony in the heart. So I think a lot of you, what brings in domestic harmony in the heart for your new beginning, and it wants you to take that road. Okay. What's healthy for you here? Okay. Bringing in greater health, connecting with source. That's that moon card, listening to your intuition. And for those of you tapping into that feminine energy of the moon, and then connecting with that. And this is like a promise. So ring is a promise, a commitment, a connection. So promising yourself that whatever connections or whatever partnerships you get involved in, romantic or otherwise, be true to you. Okay. So this is what I'm getting there, guys. How interesting. You always got cool reads. Let's take a look. Let's pull another tarot deck and take a look at Spirit. Let's take a look at career, money, and finance. Okay. So career, money, finance for Aries. What do we have in career, money, finance for Aries? What do we got? Wow. I spent a lot of time on that one, guys. So, wow. Major arcana, major arcana, major arcana. Okay, guys, this is powerful in your career. Okay. Just telling you right out of the gate. Okay. All right. Hold on a second here. Yeah. I love it. Yes. Ooh, I love this. Okay. Remember when I was talking about partnerships? So coming together in partnerships, like-minded souls. So this is what you're surrounding yourself with. So in your career and such, you are focusing in on coming together, emotional expression, and of coming together of the mind. Again, a partnership that brings in some sort of harvest where you don't have to do it all yourself. All right. The 10 of Wands is letting go of the burden. Now that could be, letting go of a burden of a partnership, as well for some of you, or you're stopping and saying, is this lucrative? Is this fulfilling for me? Because, the 7 of Pentacles is stopping for a moment after all that growth. Okay. And now it's like, is this fulfilling? How do I want to move forward, in this partnership? Is it too heavy for me, or what do I want to do with this? So you've got an opportunity. You're kind of revisiting that in your career. Do I want to stay, or do I want to go within this? Okay. Is it too heavy heavy of a burden to carry? Or am I coming to, or is it, do I need to let go of that responsibility? What is the advice that comes through in your underlying energy? What do I get? A completion. Nice. So, yep. Look at this. Look at the bottom of the deck. Karmic completion. For some of you, you've learned some sort of a lesson in your work that you don't have to revisit again. So it's a big sense of completion. It's like you've gone through some sort of shift and change, and I feel that for you, it's like it's a successful one. I feel that you are being encouraged to let go of the old so the new can come in. Very similar to what Spirit mentioned in the read of that new beginning. Now, this is connected with Spirit. So this is that purple, the crown, and, kind of like the third eye. All right. So this could relate to a behavior, a friendship, a job, or a relationship, something that you've outgrown right here, a residence. It could even be, again, a karmic lesson, just like we got over here, a karmic lesson that was learned a period of study, an obligation. Either way, this is major confirmation here, Aries, that that you're ready and for the courage to go to something bigger and better. Okay, even that you might fear the unknown. It's like spirit's got your back here in this process. It's like surrendering to the magical future that awaits you. Okay, be excited about embracing this future of the unknown. Okay, the unknown can be an adventure. It's kind of exciting. How would life be if you were to know and stay in the same thing over and over and over again? This is offering you a new breath, new depth, new energy. So for some of you, you are making a decision, the judgment card, okay? So some sort of decision is being made here. And I feel that this is an opportunity for reigniting your energy, rejuvenation coming through, okay? So yeah, it's like a judgment is being made. And I feel that this is a resurrection of a new way of doing and being, and you've got the opportunity to create the life that you want. You've transformed in some sort of way. The death card is transformation, scorpionic energy. So you are going through a transformation, and then we've got the Leo energy of inner strength. Your transformation is of inner strength, and you are making a decision not to repeat some sort of past that has been circling time after time again. This could be a way of thinking about a job or how you make your money. Like, for instance, I must physically work hard to get more money, where you can work smart and not have to work so hard on a physical level, but work on more of, working on your mind and your heart, and the alignment of what is intuitively, resonating with you. I feel that, it's kind of like you can work smart, or or you can work physically hard and think that you have to really, really work physically hard to make something happen. That's not the case. This spirit is saying is that you're connecting with the rhythm of the universe, the Nine of Pentacles. And I got to tell you guys, you're transforming to the Nine of Pentacles. Right above it is Scorpionic energy. So in your career, you're transforming into wealth, security, and success. What gets me here? This is where I'm going to stay. This is what I want. Connecting with nature, wealth, abundance, transforming. There's a butterfly there, as well. And this is all about the luxury. You've transformed into creating the independence for yourself. And then I get success, recognition, and the pride of accomplishing something. So, like I said, you've had a sense of completion here. 9 card comes through here. It's because you connected with source, and focusing in on your wealth and security and your inner strength from the inside out, and it's showing up. Again, a major recognition. So some of you you're receiving some sort of award or some sort of recognition in some sort of way. Let's just take a look and see if anything wants to come through. What is this 6 of Wands? What is this in career, money, finance? Look there's the butterfly. Just like I mentioned right here, guys, sudden change, arts, movement, temp jobs. You're doing fun work, something that you enjoy that you never probably thought that you'd do, and you're doing it. All right. And it's just because it brings you joy. You've transformed in a way, right? So you're surrounding yourself with souls that make you feel good. But this could be you're getting rid of short-term frivolous spending, for some of you in your finances, and you're moving on deeper into creating wealth. So you are saving, you are looking at, saving money, long-term investments, that type of thing. Anything else? What do we get? Anchor. Yeah, this is about becoming financially sound and getting rid of old money blocks. Okay. Old money blocks are being left behind, guys. Okay. This is, you are stable right now. So you're anchoring right now. The anchor has dropped. Now, it doesn't mean that you don't have any more work to do. It's for right now. You're not stuck. You're financially sound. The money blocks are clearing. All right. You're stable for now. All right. So, what do you need to keep in mind? What do we get? I expect prosperity to follow me. Yes. So keep that in mind, guys, in terms of your work, money, and finance. And that's what I'm getting. So any sort of advice that you need to keep in mind, that's going to be very, very key. What do we get? You've gone through some sort of healing. You've healing, and this is about, some of you are going into healing and compassionate work, and you're manifesting that right now. Okay. For some of you, it's about teaching and learning in a healing and a compassionate way towards what it is that you want to manifest. It's so interesting. Healing, doubling down on healing, doubling down on your compassion, and you're manifesting to bring in balance. So that means, compassion for you and the other person, healing for you and the other person. You could be doing a teaching and learning situation where that's going to be your job, or that's what you do. Note your comments below, guys. Okay. Let's take a look at your love life and see what comes through right now in your love life, Aries. Okay. And let's use a different deck to see what might want to come out for you here. Okay. So, Aries in their love life. Very cool, Aries. Really great, great read for you coming through here. I'd like to see how it resonates with the collective coming out there, guys. So note your comments. But in love for Aries, what's the biggest message that needs to come through in love for Aries? What wants to come through for Aries in love? What do we got? Ooh, you could be, okay, so this is Two of Pentacles, the World card, the Nine of Swords, and the Eight of Swords, the Hierophant. Ooh, beautiful. And standing your ground, okay? Bottom of the deck, you've got a love offer that's coming in, guys. Either that or you're expressing love. It could be from a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, someone that's moving forward. And now it was someone that I feel was kind of juggling. I mean, it's over. I feel this is someone that you probably know, the person that you're thinking of. It could be someone that you already know. There's been a successful completion, but there's been an imbalance in, like, you knew in your mind that you were being kind of juggled in some sort of way. And you stayed in it realizing, hey, I don't have to be stuck here. I could take the lead and have greater boundaries. So this is what I'm getting. So this person coming through is something about that. Something coming through about you understanding the keys to life. And now it's kind of like, you're not going to be juggled. This is about standing your boundaries. So whatever it is, you've boundaried up, and not in a way to cause a barrier. There's permeation between that barrier that you are making decisions on, but you're no longer caught in the mind and stuck. Okay. Now, if you are, you could be seeking advice from a spiritual leader in some sorts of how to create better boundaries. Now, if you need help with that, click the link in the description box below, guys, for better boundaries on that. But in any event, I feel that this is a 9, this is an 8 and 9. So I feel that it's coming to fruition, getting unstuck, getting out of the mind, and back into life. This is is a symbol of life. And this brings in peace. You could be teaching others, or you're learning from others, or you're learning from someone how to create better boundaries in that. And again, it's not that you have to ignore, but you don't have to entertain. You don't have to consistently communicate, with someone that you don't want to resurrect something with, and move forward. But again, I feel that the King of Wands is that visionary entrepreneur. You're making a judgment on what it is that you want, and you're manifesting the life that you want with the Magician energy. But you're making a judgment from the past, and you're looking. This is the King of Wands. It's like, I really feel that this is you taking on that energy, being that visionary entrepreneur. Is like, is this going to you've been resurrected from the past. So it's kind of like your feelings aren't tugged on that anymore as it was previously. Now you're making decisions without being so tied up emotionally and in the heart. So when this offer comes in, you can really, kind of determine, hey, does this manifest with the dreams I want to create on this earthly plane? And then go from there, but with not so much anchoring of the emotionality attached with that, because you got the rest that you needed and you put an end to it, right? It could be dealing with the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But that's what I'm getting: a lot of air, a lot of water. And I do get some a little bit of Earth of Taurus energy coming through. But I feel that you've got stronger intellect of the mind, all right, in your love life. So give me more on love, about this message coming through. Is there anything more that we need to know about? Anything more? What do we get? Express your love. Go ahead, make the romantic gesture, and you deserve love. Of course you do. Of course you do. So you are lovable. You're ready for love. And if there's someone that you're interested in, express and talk about it. If it works, great. If it doesn't, that's okay too. You know what's best for you. The only thing that you want to keep in mind is to be your authentic you in terms of making that decision. So until next time, I'm going to leave it here, guys. If you want a personal read, click the link in the description box below. Till next time, namaste.